All right, are squats bad for your knees? Well, they are if you do them wrong, and I did for most of my teens and 20s. So I'm going to show you the wrong way, I'm going to show you the right way, I'm going to show you why sometimes they can hurt your knees if you're not doing them correctly. So I'm going to use this part of the squat rack to demonstrate. I want you to see as the weight moves straight up and down along that line, which joint should be bearing most of the weight? Is it my hips or is it my knees? Whichever moves the furthest away from that line is going to be bearing most of the load. So if I'm squatting like this, my hips are pushing back. You can see my knees are still fairly close to that line. My hips are way back. That means my hips are bearing most of the weight. The hips are a nice big ball and socket joint surrounded by tons of muscle tissue. So that's a good joint to bear a lot of that weight. If I squat like this, now my hips are staying close to that line, but my knees are the ones that are bearing all the weight. Your knees are bone-to-bone joints held together by some ligaments, and that's not a good place to put all that weight. In fact, doing this, even without any weight, makes me feel like my kneecaps are going to pop off. So that's the wrong way to do it. Why do people do it that way? I think it's because most people have been told, keep your back straight when you squat, and they literally think that means straight up and down. It means keeping your back in a neutral position, but it doesn't mean that you're not bending forward. You are. My spine is still neutral, but I'm pushing my hips back. And my hips are the ones that are taking most of the weight. So that is the proper way to squat. So you should be starting the movement, pushing your hips back. Your knees can move forward a little bit, but they're not moving way, way forward. And yes, you are actually leaning your torso forward, keeping your back straight. Learn to squat correctly. You'll have great bone density, great leg strength, great hip mobility, no back pain, but do it wrong and you'll get knee pain. If you got any other questions, let me know. Happy to answer them.